Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody joining from around the world. Welcome to today's webinar, Booking.com Seamless Experience with STAAH, Do More with Less. In an industry where timing, visibility, and user experience means everything, seamless isn't just a nice to have. It's now a new standard. Today, we are bringing you an inside look at how STAAH and Booking.com are currently working together to simplify the booking journey, not just for the travelers, but for you, the hotel owners, the property owners, and hotel professionals. So whether you're a boutique or a hotel or a B&B or a large-scale hotel, STAAH veteran or a new user, thank you for being here. Let's unlock what seamless really looks like. A little housekeeping. All the participants have been muted upon joining. Please use the Q&A tab below for your questions. And I have Girish from my team and Anuja from the Booking.com team who would be there to help you answer the questions. We also have time at the end of the session to answer your questions. Close all the tabs for a good user experience. There would be poll questions coming up during the session, so please feel free to give your feedbacks. Kia ora. Before we dive in, a quick introduction to STAAH. STAAH is a trusted name in hospitality technology dedicated to helping accommodation providers grow their online revenue and streamline operations through innovative cloud-based solutions. With over 20,000 happy customers, 450 plus groups and chains across 90 countries, we deliver proven solutions from channel management, booking engines to reputation and revenue management tools. STAAH has also been recognized with the prestigious Booking.com Premier Connectivity Partner Award and also the Booking.com Seamless Experience Product Badge. These recognitions highlight STAAH's dedication to providing high quality and user-friendly connectivity solutions that enhance the booking experience for both properties and guests. Myself, Sejal Sanghvi, I have been with STAAH for over 13 years, wearing many hats from a team leader to a product trainer and partner services. I have also specialized in simplifying the complex technology, helping teams and clients adapt to new systems and building long-term relationships with the partner hotels. The agenda for today. For Booking.com, we have interesting travel trends and the journey to a seamless partner experience. The agenda from STAAH, smart onboarding and integration tools, and also the end-to-end Booking.com management in STAAH. With me, I have Robert Csenar from Booking.com, who is one behind the Booking.com side who makes the magic actually happen. Robert is a true pro when it comes to partner performance, travel trends, and much more. He has got a great insight lined up for you. So please grab your notepads. Robert, over to you.
Thank you very much, Sejal, and thank you everyone, and thank you STAAH for having me. I saw a comment just before that the audio wasn't great. I could understand myself perfectly clear, but if you still have troubles or anyone has troubles with the audio, please comment in the comment section and we will try to work on that. But hello everyone, thanks for joining. My name is Robbie. I'm a connectivity partner business manager at Booking.com based out of Singapore. I am having the honor to manage STAAH as an account for 7 years actually now, which has been a really, really joyful ride. I also had the pleasure of working with Booking.com in various roles across the supply side of our business, spending time in Japan, Thailand, and some European countries. Personally, I'm an enthusiastic traveler and also I'm a host myself. I have a couple of listings in Europe listed on Booking.com. So I am using the Booking.com platform as a traveler, but also as a booker. So I have seen things from a few different angles across roles and continents. Today, we are really going to dig into how we can create a truly seamless experience for everyone involved, and ultimately how to do more with less, which always sounds more easier than it's actually done. Doing more with less and being seamless, this ties directly into our Booking.com's core mission to make it easier for everyone to experience the world. For those who might be new to us, just a quick refresher about Booking.com. Booking.com is one of the world's leading digital service companies. We connect millions of travelers every single day with incredible places to stay and experiences. Whether you are looking for hotels, apartments, cozy vacation rentals, or something truly unique, or flights or transport options, our goal is to make finding and booking these trips as easy as possible. As Sejal announced in the agenda, we have some interesting stats and travel trends for you because there cannot be any webinar or event without showing some big numbers. So let's dive into that. Last year in July and August, Booking.com has commissioned very extensive research. We surveyed over 27,000 partners in 33 countries to bring you some travel predictions for 2025. The people who participated in the research were all adults who intended to travel in the next 12 to 24 months and can be both business or leisure bookers. So let's see what this research revealed. Next up is taking a sneak peek into the top trending travel destinations around the world. We only highlighted 10 for some interest. And for me personally, this is interesting because there are some quite unusual places there. Me personally, I have been only to 2 of these 10 listed places. But the survey also did reveal some interesting travel trends for 2025. If we move on, Sejal, there were a lot of interesting data coming out of it, but let's focus on maybe the technology part, which is tying into our discussion about seamless experience and what it means for Booking.com. So it's probably no surprise to anyone that AI is set to play a bigger role in travel this year and probably going forward. We are seeing travelers increasingly use technology like AI to discover alternative, less crowded locations. I personally can feel for that. Sometimes I also look for these places. They want to avoid those popular hotspots that can a little bit be overwhelming. Interestingly, many travelers are even choosing not to tag a location on social media if they find a hidden gem, especially just to keep it under wraps and to prevent the influx of more people. We are seeing also a rise in travelers using apps in real time when they are already traveling to manage overcrowding and inform their decisions on the go. So there's a clear sense of travelers applying a more responsible lens when they are using technology. It's quite interesting also that nearly half of the Gen Z and millennial people that we surveyed would actually rethink visiting a destination if they couldn't tag the destination. So there are some interesting dynamics that we can see between generations on how they are navigating the new waters. Moving on, ultimately what it comes down to is that travelers will be using AI much better to make more informed decisions. Sejal, let's move to the next slide. Thank you very much. So with all these evolving traveler behaviors and technologies, let's circle back to our mission, which is making it easier for everyone to experience the world. We will explore what's actually happening behind the scenes to make this mission a reality. If we move on, at its core, as mentioned, Booking.com operates as a two-sided marketplace, serving both the traveler on one side and the accommodation partners on the other side. Our focus is on innovating on both sides, ensuring the best matchmaking capabilities to create a truly seamless experience for everyone involved, both the travelers and the accommodation partners. Now maybe it's the time to take the first poll. So if I can ask our helpers in the back end to do the poll, let's do one poll quickly. You should see now a poll popping up. Please take a time to answer the question which which is about the interface that you are using to manage your properties inventory. While you are doing that, we can move on, Sejal, and I will talk a little bit about the traveler experience first that we want to build. On the next slide, you will see displaying, I'm trying to display on what we are aiming to do. What we plan to do is a seamless end-to-end traveler experience. If you think about historically, online travel has meant always booking a hotel, booking a flight, booking the activity, always separately, which is creating a fragmented experience. The connected trip is our answer to that fragmented problem, bringing all those elements together into a single unified platform, eliminating the need for a traveler to juggle between multiple websites and applications. Think about this. We are looking into replicate and improve upon the old human travel agent that helped us, that knew our preferences, that managed everything, even helped us when things were going wrong. With digital technology, and especially AI, we believe that we can do even better than in the old days, those travel agents, and we can do that as a massive scale. So the ultimate goal is to have a single point of contact. If your flight is delayed or something unexpected happens, the traveler shouldn't juggle between multiple providers. Thank you for the poll questions, which helps me to lead to our next topic, which is the partner side of the marketplace. And it's seemingly 81% of the respondents was managing the property's inventory pricing and content already from the channel manager. That is very great and very interesting. Thank you very much for taking part in that poll. So on the partner side, there goes also a lot of work into this, which is maybe not that visible to you. But on the traveler side, it's a little bit more public, but there is a lot of work going into the partner and accommodation side, into the work and partner experience that we want to create. So what do we want to create if we move on, Sejal? Our partner mission is clear. We want to source the most competitive and relevant supply for our travelers by becoming our partners, so your long-term strategic partner of choice. How does one become a strategic partner? Well, we cannot do that without taking into account the hospitality tech provider that our accommodation partners are already using to make their lives easier. And that's precisely where connectivity becomes a crucial enabler of this entire strategy. So what is the partner experience that we want to build, Sejal, if we move to the next one? So what we hear consistently from our accommodation partners is that they much prefer to make their commercial decisions and action them directly within their own chosen software. That's actually what you also said in the poll. 81% is preferring to do that in the chosen software, whoever that might be, but we hope it's STAAH to manage these actions. So whether you are a small guest house, a large hotel chain, the role and the segment and the existing providers setup influence which software they use for specific tasks. But we know and hear from partners that they find it more efficient to stick to their own software rather than constantly jumping between multiple extranets, because you are using multiple extranets if you are using multiple OTAs. However, we also know that accommodations face challenges today, especially around 3 topics were highlighted to Booking.com in previous years' surveys: reservation management, payment management, and setting up and managing property content. When it comes to reservation, we hear stories that, oh, I had an invalid credit card, so my agent at the reservation department had to leave the PMS, go to the extranet, go back to the PMS then, which is very, very inefficient. When it comes to payment management, it's all about the accounting. Most properties and companies want to centralize their financial data, including payout amounts and commissions and so on. And properties see always mismatches in the financial data, which means that they need to do manual adjustments again on multiple softwares. Setting up Property content, probably that's a no-brainer, that everyone wants to display accurately to their guests what's important for them and highlight the best of their properties. And it's very hard for them to keep track on the multiple OTAs what is being displayed. So these are real pain points. And this is the reason why we are addressing, actually, and why it's critical for us to address these pain points. And we truly believe that a seamless experience for you, a hotel partner, will directly result in a more seamless experience for our travelers. Because at the end of the day, the customer, the traveler, is at the center of our universe at Booking.com. So achieving seamless experience for travelers requires ensuring that the right foundational functionality is enabled for our providers and via our providers. These foundational needs actually differ depending on segment, if you are a vacation rental hotel or a chain. But what's important is things like content, photos, amenities, and so on. But let's go into detail what does good look like when we talk about foundational elements. On the next slide, you will see 7 items. One more, Sejal, thank you. You will see 7 items that we identified as foundational capabilities. Well, actually, we did not identify them. You as hotel partners told us that these are foundational items. You would like to manage these on the preferred choice and interface of your choice. These 7 items need to be good and need to be in green, what we call. And these are onboarding a new property, managing property content and photos, set up and manage room types, rate plans, and policies. There is a new poll coming up on how often you perform actions in an online travel agency or extranet. And going on with the other items are enabling payment solutions, managing availability and restrictions, and of course, we already mentioned to enable and process new and modified and canceled reservations. For every single listing managed by a provider, these 7 elements need to be on green, so meaning they need to be fully aligned and connected, so to ensure that the listing shows up perfectly to our travelers on the front end. And I wait a moment until you are finishing with the poll, and thank you for taking part in our little experiment and survey. And it looks like it's a big mix on how many times logs into an OTA extranet. So there's still some work for us to do if we want to reduce that. But the point is that we would, as Booking.com, prefer that you have the choice and you have the same experience on the extranet or the provider of your choice. Thank you for the answers. So it's a big mix of somebody who never logs into the extranet or someone who logs in multiple times to the OTA's extranet. Thank you for taking part of that, in that. So what does good look like? These are the 7 elements. And I am very, very happy to announce, and as Sejal also showed already in the morning or just before the product badge, that STAAH is actually the very first connectivity provider globally who achieved the seamless badge, if we move on. And that is a big achievement. What does seamless mean in this context? It means that partners using STAAH can truly use the interface of choice, which is STAAH, not to go to the extranet for the foundational solutions. This is what we think a huge step forward. If we move on, just in details, what this improved integration with STAAH means, essentially that you can do everything what you did on the extranet now can be done within the STAAH interface. Sejal will discuss that and show that a little bit more in detail in a few minutes. And we are constantly adding new solutions and capabilities to meet your needs and the needs of the travel industry, which are improving at the end of the day the partner experience. So with that, I'm also closing. Just want to share a few key takeaways. One being that we want to be the strategic partner of your choice. And we are trying our best to enable you to use our services your way, which it can be a Pulse application, the booking extranet, or a provider's interface like STAAH to manage your business on booking.com. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I will be back for the Q&A after Sejal is done.
Thank you, Robert. That was really helpful. Now, to take it forward, we will explore how the integration, automation, and the smart tools can help you streamline your operations and deliver a better guest experience, drive impactful results for your property from within STAAH. The first step that we took is to make it easy for the new users, possibly somebody who's new to the industry or somebody who wants to sign up with Booking.com from STAAH. So, and was not sure where to do it from. So the answer is simple. You can sign up from Booking.com, sign up with Booking.com from STAAH. It's a very seamless process to connect to one of the world's leading OTA. It allows you to manage your bookings, rates, availability all in one place. To do so, you just need to search for Booking.com under the OTA list of the channel manager, and you will be asked a question. Do you have an account or a contract with Booking.com? Select no, and you will be prompted to enter a few more details like your legal contact email, your contact name, company name, the legal name of the company, and the codes. Once submitted, you would receive an email on your registered STAAH email with a agreement to sign for Booking.com. You can accept the terms and conditions and sign the agreement. Meanwhile, also you can go ahead and complete your setup of the property for Booking.com from STAAH. You will have some prompts and a wizard following up wherein you need to enter your property information. You can enter your room information, your rate plan information, cancellation policies, etc. And the property would be set up on Booking.com. Once the mapping is done, availability and rates are pushed. Mind you that you need to have your agreement signed, and only then the property will go live and will be open and bookable on the Booking.com extranet. The second one, which we have, is the Booking.com fetch data. For all the new users of STAAH, you need not sit and do the setup on STAAH. We have the capability to pull all the existing data from your Booking.com account into STAAH, like the property and the room details, your availability, your rates, your restrictions. Once pulled, your property is ready and is really set up and ready for training. It quickens the process, saves a lot of time and manual efforts to set up your property on STAAH. Even if you are connected to another channel manager on Booking.com, there is an option to switch to different channel manager on Booking.com extranet. This will not cancel your existing connection while you are setting up your property on STAAH. So this is a very good feature for all the new properties who are signing up with STAAH. So as we said, like we have the room and rate plan management from STAAH. Shortly, a poll question would be coming up before I get into the room and rate plan management. So please feel free to give your feedbacks. And mind you, it's all anonymous. Okay, so let's proceed. The room and rate plan management. If you are a new property who has already signed up with Booking.com, or you have a new room type created on STAAH, which you want to connect to Booking.com, you can simply use the Create New Room Type feature in STAAH. This feature will help you to quickly set up the room on Booking.com along with the rate plan, availability, and the restrictions rates. The steps you need to follow is you have to click on the map button of the mapping area for that room type. 3 options will be available to you. You have to select the Add New Room Type on Booking.com. Next page, you will see that it will ask you for the basic room information. wherein you need to enter the room size, rate codes, and the other information like the maximum number of guests, children, etc. Follow the next page and load the images, etc. You just need to simply follow the prompts and to set up the room types there. Once the room type is created, the second thing will be to create the rate plans. If you want to use the existing rate plans created on booking.com, you can select it from here and map it. Or if you wish to add another new rate plan, even that can be done directly from STAAH. You just need to click on and next, and it will take you to the second tab, next tab. Here, it will ask you to put in information like your cancellation policies. You can put the date range, different cancellation policies for different dates, for which date it should be valid, etc. And also you can add the different value add-ons for the particular rate plan which you want to create. Once all the details are entered, you will see STAAH will start pushing the data and submitting the data to booking.com. And it will show you the progress, like the room types, rate plans, the product, and the photos. So once everything is done, it should show you 4 yellow or green ticks, and everything is done. It is created on booking.com site. If there is a red cross that you can see, that means you need to revisit that tab and update the information. Once these rooms are created on STAAH, you will also have an option to edit the room information from STAAH. Not only the rooms created from STAAH can be updated, but even the existing room types. If you wish to update any information or manage the content of the room type, that can be done using the edit option from STAAH. On the same lines, on the same theme, we can also create or edit new rate plans from STAAH. So if you are using or currently having a meal room only plan or a room with breakfast plan, and you want to have some New Year package or something created, you can quickly create it from STAAH and it will get created on booking.com. You can just create a rate plan, map it, and the rates and availability will be pushed along with the new rate plan on booking.com site. You just need to select the option of create new rate plan. You can link it to an existing rate plan also. It will show you the next tab like this, wherein you need to enter your, select the channel room type, the room names, the cancellation policy, meal plans again, and you can click on save. Once you map it, within minutes, it will be done and it will be ready on bookable on booking.com site. Similarly, as we have created the new rate plan, you can also edit new rate plans from STAAH, the existing rate plans from STAAH. You can also create derived rate plans to the existing rate plans from STAAH. So there are a lot of things that you can achieve directly from STAAH. For the mapping process, now, anybody who's using STAAH must have seen or must have used or tried doing the mapping on the OTA. So this is a very quite essential page where you can configure your rate and restrictions, rate codes from STAAH. To map any new rate plan or a room type which is already created on booking.com, you can just select the option from here. You can select map to an existing room type rate plan on booking.com. It will take you to the next slide, wherein you have to select your PMS, rate code, PMS meal ID, your guest multipliers, how many guests it is applicable. If you have some advance purchase or a last minute multiplier, you can put those and you can save it. As soon as you save it, a full sync is pushed out from STAAH for booking.com and your mapping is done. So mapping being a quite essential thing for any, you need not wait for any of the PS or a support person to help you out. You can quickly do it from within STAAH. Okay, so I guess the poll results are out. Sorry. Okay, I'm not able to see the poll result. Yeah, okay. So the poll question was, how frequently do you run the promotions on booking.com? The questions are, the answers were weekly percentage we received it's 23%, monthly says 38, only during special event was 30, and there's 10% of the participants who say they never run a promotion. So I guess it's time to start creating and managing new promotions from STAAH for booking.com. So my next thing will be to show you how to manage the booking.com promotions. There is an option under the channels, which is OTA promotions, where you can handle it for various OTAs. Primarily here, we are doing it for booking.com. So you have an option of get promotion and add promotion. Get promotion will help you pull all the existing promotions from STAAH into booking.com, and add promotion will help you create new promotions from STAAH. You can also edit, manage, or delete those promotions from STAAH once they are created or pulled into STAAH. To create a new promotion, you will see 5 different options. One is a basic promotion that can be created. Another is an early booker or an advance purchase promotion. Next is the last minute promotion. So if you want to run a last minute deal for booking.com, it can be done from STAAH. A geo rate, which is for a specific discount for a particular country, can be done from here as well. And mobile discount. Now mobile bookings are a huge part of the regular bookings that a property gets. So if you wish to run a mobile discount, you can do it from here. The next important feature which I have is booking.com messages. This is a very important feature which helps you to streamline your guest communication. I'm sure all of you must have received messages from customers that have booked via the booking.com extranet. And I will show you how quickly you can reply to those from STAAH. You will find a feature, messaging feature for every booking.com reservation. Click on it and a chat box will open up. You can reply to the chat from here. It will update on the booking.com extranet and the guest will be notified from your reply. So you need not log in to the booking.com extranet, but reply to the guest directly from STAAH. The next feature which I would like to talk about is the mark no show. You have guest arriving today, but the guest did not come up. It was a confirmed booking and you need to mark a no-show. So for every booking.com reservation, you will be able to see a no-show. You can click on no-show and it will again provide you with a few solutions like, do you want to waive no-show fee? The guest called you up saying that it was a medical emergency and I could not come because of that, and a genuine reason given, you would like to waive the no-show. So you can select that option. But in case the reason was not genuine and it was just a fake booking, you would want to charge a no-show something, you can select that. The credit card given by the guest was invalid, you are not able to charge the no-show. You can select could not charge no-show, and because the card is invalid, and submit it. On STAAH, the status changes to cancel, while on booking.com, it is updated as a no-show. The next feature which I have is report guest misconduct. A guest has stayed at your property, but you have not had a very good experience with the guest. It was not a good behavior from the guest, and you would like to report it to booking.com. So we have the facility to report guest misconduct from STAAH. Now, this misconduct tool supports specific scenarios specified by booking.com. So it should match, the misconduct should match with the needs provided. When you click on it, you will see the misconduct category, you will see the subcategory, you can put in the information here. And also, if you would like to escalate it, you can put it here as to escalate the report. If you want a rebooking allowed or no, whether the guest should be allowed to rebook at your hotel or no, you can even give that feedback and submit it. Once done, it will replace it with a log, a report misconduct log with all the details that you have put in here for you to check. The next one, another important one, is the marked credit card invalid. I'm sure many of you must have come across situations where you're charging a guest card. It is declined either because there is insufficient funds or the card was invalid. Now, instead of logging on to the booking.com extranet, you can directly go to STAAH and you can click on this report invalid credit card detail. It will submit it to booking.com. Now, as per the terms, if there is time, it will allow the booking.com to fetch new details from the guest and it will show as modified booking on STAAH. We also have the feature which allows you to have a see or check the status of the booking.com VCC or the virtual credit card. So you can glance through it, you can see what is the card balance, what is the status of VCC, whether it is funded, whether it is partially charged, or you can also see the bookings from here. Now, in case you have charge the guest and the guest has cancelled the booking, you need to refund the guest with the amount. There is also an option to refund it to the VCC from STAAH. So as we come towards the end, here are a few key takeaways. Faster onboarding, quicker go lives. So signing up with booking.com directly from your STAAH platform gets your property live faster. There is no paperwork, there is no delay and no back and forth. Centralized room and rate plan management saves several hours of manual work by managing all the booking.com room types and rates from within STAAH. One login, one platform, and full control. Maximize the visibility with easy promotions. You can launch and manage booking.com promotions straight from STAAH, which will help you attract more guests and increase your occupancy effortlessly. Another one we have, as I said, is all the guest communications in one place. You can reply to the messages, report no-shows, flag payment issues, all from the STAAH platform. There is no need to switch platforms and it will be all done from one place. You can track the payments with confidence, stay on the top of the virtual credit cards, refunds, payment status directly in STAAH, giving you a clarity over your revenue flow. And yes, now it's time for the Q&A. Please feel free to post in your Q&A.
We had quite many questions, Sejal, so maybe let's start on the top.
Okay.
There was one popular question around payments by booking.com solution, whether that's coming to India region. In general, booking.com wants to enable payments in all parts of the world. So there's constant change and work going on in that regards. Please keep following up the news coming from booking.com and your account manager or our partner services team. If it's coming to India, we will let you know in due time.
There is a question like, can we fix the room name on booking.com? You will be able to edit it, but not much of a change, I believe, right, Robert? Ne?
Basically, everything can be updated now. Can be room name or room names are specific. So specific in that regards that you can choose the room names from a list of room names that are preset. So it cannot be any customized fantasy room names on booking.com, but from the very, very long list of room names, you can make your choices, select them on STAAH and push them directly to booking.com, which eliminates then the process that you would currently do to go on booking.com, create a room type in the extranet, go back to STAAH, create it there, do the mapping. So the magic would be that STAAH is pulling basically in real time the property room name list from our system, and you can select it from there. And you can update also facilities, amenities for that particular room type, and also that would be synced to booking.com.
Thank you. charging the guest. One question that we have is charging the guest no-show fees will charge us commission for booking.com that cancel, yet the guest never paid us for. The main reason for the book no-show feature is that you inform booking.com that this was a no-show and you don't have to pay commission for that booking. And that's where the no-show feature comes handy for you.
That's correct. But in this case, if whoever asked the question said that they charged the no-show fee, if they charge for the no-show fee, then there would be also a commission invoice for that charge. Yeah, that's true. But if you report it without a commission being charged, which is one of the options, then there would be no commission charge. There was a question also asked about review reply from STAAH for booking.com. This is also absolutely possible. It's not what we consider a foundational solution, but the STAAH team worked on implementing also a review connection and connectivity solution. So basically you can perform all the actions on reviews from the STAAH interface, if I'm correct, Sejal, that you would be doing in the booking.com extranet.
Yes, they can do that. So they can use the review monitor option and review the reviews from there.
There was also a question around, will there be two rate plans if we create a new rate plan besides the extranet? If you have already an existing rate plan and you create a new rate plan on STAAH, that would be pushed to booking.com. So in that case, yes, that would mean you have two rate plans, but you can also manage and update your rate plans on the STAAH interface, which would be immediately pushed to booking.com. So if you are now just onboarding a new room type or creating a rate plan, and this is the first one that you create on STAAH, that would mean you have only one also on booking.com. So it's dependent on if you had already a rate type, you can create a new one on STAAH, or you can manage that existing one that you have created also via the STAAH platform.
I guess that answered even Mohammed's question. Can we create the rate plan in STAAH? Yes, we can create the rate plan in STAAH and it will be created on booking.com extranet as well. Does booking.com stop the support of marketing managers? How do we contact them? Yeah, Robert, there's a question for you.
No, I'm not aware that we have stopped. We are supporting our partners on multiple levels, depending on the property, depending on the question. If there are, for example, financial question, then we would support, our credit control team would support them. If it's guest related, our customer service department would support partners. I would always advise to go to the extranet and reach out via the messaging on the booking.com extranet to the respective department of booking.com. There are also tons of support materials available on our knowledge base hub, which is the partner hub. You can access that on partner.booking.com.
Yeah, there's one more question which says, if I want to train my staff on the topics covered here, how can that be arranged? Please get in touch with your local STAAH support and they would be happy to arrange a training for you on that.
Thank you for that offer. If it's very booking.com related, you can again always reach out to our partner hub, which is partner.booking.com, or visit even our YouTube channel or YouTube channel, where you have tons of videos available about the basic functionalities on booking.com.
There's a question which says booking.com external provision only available for double occupancy to update at rates, whereas other OTAs provide single occupancy pricing and rates. Can STAAH help regarding this? No, we can have both the models. There is an option to put occupancy-based pricing as well as room-based pricing from STAAH. And you can very well, STAAH supports, and even booking.com supports both the pricing methods. to be updated for the guest. So if a property wants single, double rates different, it can be pushed from STAAH to the booking.com extranet.
Very great. We have a lot of questions, so just sharing, I think that we have to share that if we cannot cover your questions now in live, then we will get back to you via email and we'll cover all the questions, so nothing will be lost. So don't worry if we don't get to your question.
Yeah, there is one more question which says, till what days guest misconduct can be reported? Can it be reported 10 days after? Guest misconduct can be reported from up to 7 days from the guest checkout. And then you can update it from booking.com.
It's a fresh question on can be the visibility booster option whether it's available in STAAH. No, that is not, but that's not STAAH's fault at all. We don't have a connectivity solution for that feature. So for visibility booster, you still need to go to the extranet.
There's a question from Malik which says, while marking a no-show on STAAH, do we have to again go and do it on booking.com? No, you don't have to do it. Once you do it on STAAH, it will automatically get updated on the booking.com extranet as well.
That's correct. Do we have any more questions, Sejal, or the team in the back end? Then thank you for everyone's help to answering the questions. We received them on the Q&A tab and also in the chat.
Okay, so let's just move ahead. Thank you for your questions. We also have a referral program going on. So if you refer a friend of yours and they take STAAH as a channel manager, there is a referral amount of NZ $300 or equivalent. This offer is valid till 30th of June. So you can scan the QR code and refer your friend. There are ebooks available online. Scan the QR code and refer to the ebooks. There is one latest, which is the Hotel Online Distribution 2.0. To stay in touch, you can log in to staah.com. You can get in touch with your local support or write it to us at support@staah.com. There are blog available, blog.staah, where we regularly publish articles for your help. There are also ebooks available on the STAAH topics. Yeah, Robert, there's one more question again. How do the properties get in touch with booking.com?
The favorite question. So we prepared this slide. The best to stay in touch are multiple ways, actually. You can always look at partner.booking.com for help. A lot of topics are covered there. You can also find us at events across the region, just to highlighting a few: No Vacancy in Sydney, or ITB Asia in Singapore, or WIT in Singapore, where we will be available. And some events will come up in India as well, I think, and in the Middle East, where we will be present. When it comes to reservation, you can always use reservation number at mybooking.com to get in touch with our customer service team. When it comes to finance, reviews, or performance-related questions, you can always go to the extranet to inbox and go to booking.com messages, select the right department and send us a message. Our teams will get back to you within a short period of time.
Thank you. Thank you for that. And thank you everybody for your time today. Hope you could gather some really valuable information from the webinar. Thank you for your valuable time once again.
Thank you, everyone. Also, not the end. We will get back to your questions, and thank you for having us. Bye, Sejal, and bye.
Bye, everybody.